Sup bros? Finally done it. I'm finally gonna make a tutorial on that. All going all the way from Cobble to UUMR. Right, let's just do it. Right, anyway, where to even start, eh? Right, start with Cobble generation. Right, anyway, I'm Sneds89 for Feed the Bees, or Gaming Construct on YouTube, however you want to call it. Right, so anyway. Cool. If any of you have been anywhere near my base, you'll see armies of Ignis extruders. All you do to get running is simply get lava cell and a water cell. Each is less than a bucket. Save yourself some stuff. Water cell, lava cell, bam! And there we go. We're making cobble. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but that's pretty much why I've got stacks of them. I have 6 stacks Ignis extruders running at all times. And only recently noticed that I go through around 1,000 cobble a minute. Right, so now that we've got that going, basically cobble goes from there into your ME. Now, time for cyclic assemblers. You can use max to make cobble slabs if you want, but automating it is a bit trickier than just, say, grabbing a schematic, throwing it in there. Get some of the cobble. Right, there we go. Get some cobble. And to set up your cyclic assemblers, this is a question I get all the time. You just put your blank schematic in there, get your cobble, bam, 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 set, and tick. And then now it says cobblestone slab schematic, and all you do is just pump it full of cobble. Starts going, starts to make slabs. Simple as that. It does need power. Obviously, you'll have better power than what I've got going into this now. That's on a basic electric engine, putting, Jesus Christ, it's forcing the cool down and everything. Anyway, need power for this. But you see it's powering away, which now means time for the recycler. Right, recycler upgrades. These are max upgrades for a reason. All you need is 10 overclockers, 3 transformers, and I say 32 energy storage upgrades, but you can have more. The reason these exist is basically eventually once you get past about 8 overclockers, it will start to cut out, and that's because there's not enough energy stored in the machine itself to actually continuously run it, which is why you get these in to increase the energy storage capacity. With these upgrades, each recycler you have run at this level will require 109 EU per tick, otherwise it will cut out repeatedly. So let's get some slabs pumping into this. Always select stack mode for recyclers because it will go through it fast enough, and oh, look at that, all the scrap in the world. Right, we'll set this to daytime. Right, so I've got some scrap going. As far as scrap boxes go, make them if you can afford to. If you're just starting out, scrap will do a bit, but ideally you're aiming to get some scrap boxes on the go. So, right, that's basically running to cobble. So what we'll do is we'll set up some scrap box automation. Right, so if we go into the ME, grab up the scrap I've got, not a lot. And same as last time. What am I doing? High hopes there. 3 instead of 9. Haha. One day. Right, get that going. Switch it from cobble to this. Obviously, when you're setting this up in your base, you'll have a separate cyclic assembler for making scrap and slab, because that's just impractical what I'm doing right now, but this is just for example. Right, so that should be making scrap boxes. It is. Right. So we've got this covered. Remember, the max upgrades. The reason this is the max upgrade that you want is because if you go past 10 overclockers, well, once you hit 10 overclockers, it does 1 operation per tick. Any more than that is pointless because, well, you can't go faster than the tick rate. Simple as that. Right, anyway, as I was saying, time for the mass fab. In fact, we'll talk about energy and one very... oh damn. That's weird. One very important thing: paint your cables. Like, this cuts down on lag tremendously, and it'll stop power looping. Because if these aren't painted, then they're all interconnected, and the power from that solar will go through there, and there, and eventually there, and it'll go through all the other alts before reaching its ideal place. So at least you can minimise this just by painting your cables, and make sure you don't paint any of them at the front. I've done this here just to point out that you should have separate power sources for recyclers and mass fabs, because you'll be limited by the amount of power you need by the amount of recyclers you've got and the amount of overclockers you've got on them. Whereas mass fabs they can take stupid amounts of power, like really. And another common mistake I see with mass fabs is people just starting out and all of a sudden they make 4 mass fabs and they're trying to run 4 mass fabs at the same time. It's pointless. You're just spreading your scrap thin and wasting power. And the reason for that is because 1 EU without scrap costs 1 million EU. But if you've got a constant source of scrap boxes going in to your mass fab, only costs 100,000 EU per UU. So, and another thing is ideally, maximum UU output from a mass fab will be 20 per second, because the maximum tick rate is 20 per second. Whether it'll be that in the server is another thing altogether. It should be for now because it's pretty quiet, but I've saw it drop as low as 9. So it all completely depends. So that brings me to another thing. What do you upgrade first? Do you upgrade your scrap? Do you upgrade power? What to do? Right, basically you need to do both. You need to do both at the same time. So basically, get your recycler going, get your scrap boxes going, and then start pumping them into the mass fab. Ooh, it's got stuck already. Yeah. Anyway, start pumping it into the mass fab, and then start adding power. And once you've added enough power to the point that you're running out of scrap, start increasing your scrap again. And then once your scrap's over, starting to build up in your ME, add more power and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. Now, the maximum energy that you'll ever require for a mass fab will be what? It'll be 1 million, be 2 million per tick with scrap, or 20 million without scrap. And that's pretty much that. That's all you need to know. It's as simple as that. Right, so just quick recover. Don't get any more recyclers until you've finished upgrading the first one. Like, once you've got one like this, upgrade. Well, don't upgrade. Add another one, then upgrade that, and then repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. I've got 50 fully maxed out upgraded recyclers on my base running at all times. And I've only got 1 mass fab, because I'm still a bit away from the 2 million point, but I'll get there. Another thing is, when you're building your igneous extruders, like, what I would do is put your igneous extruder there, bus, and then extruder. That way, because when you place an igneous extruder, the output side is always the bottom and the top, and it saves you putting lava cells in and then needing to reconfigure the output. Do what you want with these. It's pretty bloody obvious what's going on with them. Yeah, I think they're doing actually. Oh, aye, that's not making slabs. Anyway. Right, so that's pretty much that. It's as simple as that. Again, no worries. I'm going to make a tutorial for bees and get into radioactive bees and the kind of traits you want for your bees in order to get decent uranium, because realistically the 2 main components of completing Feed the Beast Unleashed is getting alts, and you need uranium, and you need UU for that simple matter. Right, anyway. Steads again. I'll see you in a minute.